Hi YouTubers, and welcome to my new channel. I'll be showing you how to do various makeup looks. I'm of the alternative persuasion, so it'll be mainly smoky eyes, things like that, though I will be showing you how to do some natural looks as well. So today I'll be showing you how to do a red and black smoky eye, one of my specialties. So yeah, keep on watching. Let's go over to the dressing table. Who's left it like that? That is disgusting. They want me. They want me. I'll be back in a minute once it's cleaned up a bit. Okay, so this is the eye look we are going to do today, and I'll just get straight to it. What I like to use is a Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, so we'll just pop that on. I've only ever used this one, so I don't really know what others are like, but I know that this is, you can really rely on it to stay on. So you just want to circular motions around your spike through your face. Really cover the whole thing. Make sure there's no gaps in there. So I'll get my brush. I've got a brush, so I think it's like a fluff brush or something, I don't know, but I really like to use it for eyeshadow. It's very good for blending and things like that. So I like to start off using only matte makeup, and then choose specifically where I want sparkly makeup or, you know, things like that to be, because I have oily skin, so I don't really want everything to look shiny, you know. So I'm just going to start off with a matte colour. This is a red from my good old friend Catty Von D. This is it. This is the 10th anniversary eyeshadow palette, and we're starting off with that red right there. So we're going to start off in the crease. Let me get my mirror. Back and forth, just pile it on in there, and then lightly tickle your way up to the brow, going lighter as we go along. There we are. And then we just keep adding and adding until we're happy. I like to bring mine, as you can see, quite high up. Now these eyeshadows are really good because you can just layer them on, and they'll just layer on top of each other. They're really good like that. Whereas I found like some other eyeshadows don't really layer on, they just distort if you try and put a colour on top of the other. So just blending that upwards, keep blending or tickling your way up there, like a good tickle. So don't worry if your blending isn't too great when you get to your brow, because when we put on the highlighter, we're going to blend that downwards as well, so it's just going to make the colours go into each other nicer too. So back and forth, back and forth. You know, like I keep saying, I'm literally just lightly tickling the end on my eyes, just over and over in a smooth sort of motion. If I want to focus on one sort of area, maybe there's a little gap here or something, then I tend to just like do little circles until that's filled in. So we're nearly there. There's a big fly in here. Disgusting. Okay, so now we've done that colour, we'll just go straight onto our black. Now the palette that I'm using, as well as the 10th anniversary one, is Catty again. It's her Fetish palette. It's very good. That looks horrendous. That's a bit embarrassing. So I'm just going to use the black from that. So I'm just going to wipe my brush off a little bit on a bit of tissue because I don't have a spare one. So we're just going to, what I do is I just twist the brush into the eyeshadow so it covers all around it, gets a nice bit of colour. Again, in the crease there, you see? And then just, obviously where it's black, it's very dark, so very carefully, very lightly, do as we did with the red. The lighter the better with this one, because like I said, we can always add more. Like so, you see where that's sort of starting to blend in now? There we go. There are quite a few different ways of doing eyeshadow. Like there's some people that will just start off with the darkest and then put the lighter as they go. I've tried that probably yesterday and actually it does work pretty well, but because I'm not that experienced doing it that way, I just thought I'd do the way that I always do it. So twist it in, take it up to as high as you want. You can always make it, you know, not as high if you don't want it that high. But, you know, this is like a nice look, it puts a nice good shape to your eyes, like it sort of goes upwards a bit. So, yeah, here we go. So, I'm just gonna, I think that's, you see how it's blended differently? I think it's a bit more darker on this side, so we'll just add a little bit more. There we go. Now things like Kat Von D, Jeffree Star, that sort of makeup is, I do actually think is really good. Well, from the eyeshadow, highlighter, things like that. The price isn't too expensive compared to what you get. You know, it could be expensive and you get a little bit, or it could be expensive and you get a lot. With these, you get quite a lot. It's going to last you a while anyway. So, okay, so we've got that black there, and what I'm just going to do is wipe my brush again on a bit of tissue. Just put a little bit of the red back on, and just go over where the black joins the red. Just kind of go over it a little bit and really sort of rub it in there. Obviously not too hard, don't rub it too hard. Just sort of medium pressure, just to make sure you're really blending it together. Now this is not the best camera, so I'll just show you. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the eyelids, and like I said, ones up here is matte colour, and I like to put a bit of sparkle on the eyelids to really make them pop, maybe just a bit of a light, brighter, more intense colour than the top here. So what I'm going to do is go to the Fetish palette, and there is a lovely sparkly velvety sort of red in there. It's obviously that one. I will better tend to my baby. Okay. Now I'm going to put some, it's not too bad at the moment, sometimes you get like a bit more eyeshadow on your actual lid. In that case I would get a Q-tip, get your makeup remover, dip it in and just sort of wipe it across there to get rid of any eyeshadow that's fallen down. But like I said, because it's not really that bad today, I'll just get straight onto the eyelids. So I want to get our Urban Decay again. Cover the eyelid. Get it off your eyelashes. That's not very nice. Get a sort of a stiff little brush. I think it's just a stiff eyeshadow brush. And yeah, so wipe it into the red. Again, this is from the Fetish palette. And get my mirror. I like to really wipe this on. And the reason why I like to rub it in a little bit is so we don't get so much eyeshadow sticking to the black up here, because that just sort of obviously ruins the effect. So just sort of rub it in. You can leave the ends a little bit free of eyeshadow because we're going to put a black on there, and do the same as we've done with the crease, just in the outside of our eyes. But if you like it like this already and just put, you know, eyeliner on, then go ahead, it's fine. So we've got the black here. I keep doing that. Just pick up your mirror. Wipe it sort of, I like to tap it on actually, because there's already eyeshadow there. If you tap it on, I think more will sort of obviously come off the brush and onto your eyelids, so it should just sit a bit better. Because I think if you just keep wiping it over, then you're going to get the red sort of coming through. Right, so that is done. We'll just get our brush, dip it in that sparkly red and just bring it across like that. Okay. Now we are going to get our, well, we'll use our fluff brush again just to do the bottom. Matte red. And basically it's the same as what we've done with the top. Is just to start lighter, bring it out a little bit over here. There we go, make sure it joins up to the top there. Okay, so we've got that. Don't worry if it goes a bit too low, because when we put on our highlighter and things like that, you can just blend it inwards and, you know, take it away a bit more with that, which I'll show you in another video with my highlighters and contours, things like that. So yeah, again, get the black right on the inside, make sure it's quite close to your eyelashes. There we go. Blend it outwards. We're getting used to this tickling now. You're a vet tickler today. Should hope you are. If you're not, I want you to practice your tickles at home. Okay, so we've done that. Now what I like to do is, which I actually forgot to do on this eye, naughty. Grab your sparkly red that you have on your lids get like maybe a tough brush, like that flat one. And then just dab it on the inside here. Just so you can brighten up the inside of your eye and join it up to the other bit of eyeshadow. There, that's better. So, put it on the other side. There, and then we've sort of, well, we have like brightened up the inside there. I'll put a little bit of highlighter on just, you know, to finish off the eyeshadow. We've got Jeffree Star Liquid Frost. This one is in Frostbite. It's lovely. Again, this is like 20 odd quid, but this is gonna last you a long time. I'll probably die before this is halfway down. So whoever has it next is a lucky fellow. You'll just put it on the back of your hand like that, dip it into your finger, then pop it on the inside of your eye there, just dab it on. Don't rub this one because they won't appreciate it. Just dab it on. Now you can leave it like this, or you could do what I do, which is get your Kat Von D or any other sort of highlighter that you want to use. This is beautiful, it's Alchemist. It's called Alchemist. And I'm just going to get my brush. Which one am I using? For now I'll just use the flat brush that I used before. Just give it a wipe quickly. This one. I'm going to use the ultraviolet. It's a beautiful colour there. Quite heavy, and just, you know, heavily put it on there. Battery's going. Just like that. Make sure you just blend everything, or it's just going to look really stupid, to be frank. So now, very nice, we are going to put on our eyeliner. I love to use Kat Von D Tattoo. Oh, it's called 24 Hours Super Brow. I thought it was tattoo, but it isn't. It's Super Brow. So use that because it's really good. It's waterproof. It's life proof. Yeah, I could sleep in this and wake up and look exactly the same. The only thing that will get it off is makeup remover. So that's why I like to use it. Now, a little tip: if you do already have one, they tend to dry up pretty quickly, I think, way before I've got even halfway through that. So what I like to do is just to get the lid, get a little bit of makeup remover and just rub some product into the lid, like them both together, and then that sort of wets it up again, if you like it wet. And yeah, so as long as there's not too much makeup remover in there, it's just enough to make it moist again, that works perfectly well in revitalising your super brow pomade. So anyway, I use like a little brush like this again. What I like to do is to just back and forth like that, keep the keep the blush flat like that. I like to be quite intricate with my eyeliner. So as close to your, I'm sure you know how to do it, but as close to your eyelashes as you possibly can. Very light-handedly. Put it along. Like that. Now I think this eyeliner just really finishes off. I can't talk today. Finishes off the look. Puts a lot more sort of definition around your eyes. Eyeliner's just good all round, I'm sure we all know. And then we're just going to pop a little flick in the end. There. And the last thing I like to do is just to put on a little bit of eyeliner. This is actually Kiko. It is a 8-hour no transfer eyeshadow, it's what it's called, but I use it as eyeliner because I don't really like to use creamy products. So just gently put it on the inside because it is quite, does come off very easily. Just on the inside. There. Obviously I would finish off with mascara, which is also one of the most important. I like to use Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is actually really good. Like this stuff, if you're on a budget, it is really good. I like to use I don't really stick to one brand really, because I just think, you know, some things are better than others, some's cheaper, some's more expensive, so we're just going to pop this on. If you just sort of go zigzags up, and it's just so good, it really separates them, really makes your eyelashes pop. And add as much as and as little as you like you can keep adding and they'll just look amazing. Like that. It's pretty good, isn't it? And what, do you know what, I'll just finish the other one a minute and then I'll just show you what I use on my lower lashes. Because this one's quite thick, I like, sometimes we're just not in the mood for a thick one, so we'll just get a bit of a thinner one for our bottom lashes. There we go. So there's that. Sometimes, very rarely, I'll wear fake eyelashes, but to be honest, it's not really my sort of thing. If I do wear them, they're always quite natural looking ones. This one is, so this is for the bottom lashes. Christian Breton Paris Endless Lash Mascara. It's quite good if you want a more natural look, but like I said, this is why I'm putting it on the lower lashes. So again, zigzags. There we are. So that is the end of my tutorial on a red and black smoky eye. So this was my first video, so it's probably not the best, but it'll get better. And what we'll do is I will show you another video on like highlighters, contour. I will show you how to do eyebrows, not like these are microbladed by me. So yeah, I'll show you a few more different videos, and if you want anything particular or if you want me to go over anything in more detail, then just please put it in the comments below. So thank you very much, guys.